welcome to Anti-Anxiety Hour. I'm your host, Illicit Ghost. Heard about you on the internet, and I couldn't get enough of it. Now I wanna have a little chat, wanna know where your head is at. I just wanna talk to you, find out more about what you do. I just wanna hear your view, tell me more about what you do. I'm Illicit Ghost, I'll be your host cause it's my radio. I just wanna hear your view, tell me more about what you do, what you do, what you do, what you do, what you do. Welcome, everybody. We are back for another episode of Anti-Anxiety Hour. Hope everyone's doing well. Today we have a very, very special guest on the show. But before I introduce her, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for tuning in to my last live on Monday night for the premiere of the music video. So that was awesome. You guys are awesome for watching it and for being there with me when it premiered. So yeah, just wanted to say thank you. Anyway, so also if anybody has any questions for us today, please just throw them in the question mark box at the bottom of the screen and we will answer them. So without further ado, my next guest is Emily Treadgold. She runs the New Nine and she's also a social media manager. She's awesome at it, in my opinion. So I'm going to invite her in to talk to us. Hey!
Hey!
What's up?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, it's like been so long since I've seen you. It's so
I
crazy.
know. Oh my gosh. I guess it was the last time I was at that show at Hotel Cafe, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Gosh,
it
that
had to
seems
have
like
been.
a decade ago.
It's so weird. Yeah, I know. But I'm
Man.
glad you could be here today
Yeah, of course.
and talk to us a little bit about what you do. If you don't mind, I just want to get right into it and just
Yeah.
ask you like how you got started and how the New Nine came about. Maybe you could just explain what the New Nine is for
Yeah, of
everyone
course.
watching.
Of course. Well, I started music writing when I was about, I want to say like 22, and I was kind of just freelancing. And I got my first music job. It was at this like now dead publication called Thrivewire. And after I got wonderfully laid off from that job,
Oh man.
they got bought up by some like weird oil company. It was very complicated.
Wow.
And my editor there told me I should start my own site. And with the help of, I had a business partner at the time. It was my ex-boyfriend's best friend. And he was like, let's do this together, you know. And I really wanted it to be about women. And like women, I've always been told, like by every like outlet I ever wrote for, that, you know, people didn't want to read about like the bands that like girls like. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's always kind of bummed me out. I think women have such spectacular taste, and I feel like, you know, it's always like girls are always like way ahead of the curve on everything. And so yeah, I just wanted to start my own site and, you know, hire, you know, women writers and talk about music women liked and interview up and coming artists and talk about Taylor Swift, but then also like talk
Yeah.
about like the newer artists too. Yeah.
Right. Awesome. So how long have you been doing that for?
It's been about 5 years this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's had a lot of changes. And, you know, I work a full-time job on top of it, because there, you know, there's just, I feel like anyone who runs like a music blog either has like a trust fund or, you know what I mean, or
Yeah.
some major corporation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, you know, it's worth it for me to, you know, it's hard to keep it going during, you know, during having a job and everything, but it's so important to me. And, you know, I think it pays off, but it's tough sometimes.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, Yeah, when I first heard about your blog, I was impressed because I had never seen one like that before that was just solely focused on women, actually.
Oh, great.
So,
That makes me feel so good because I feel like now there's like a ton of them, you know what I mean?
right,
And I really do feel like we were ahead of the curve on that.
definitely.
And you know, but the more the merrier, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. Um, you mentioned you work full time. Would you mind telling us a little bit about what you do? You don't have to.
Oh yeah, of course.
But,
I do
okay.
social media for musicians, so it's all kind of intertwined. Yeah, I work at this company, Total Assault. They're super great, and you know, it is social media for musicians. It is not a 9 to 5 job, and it's very stressful sometimes. But
Yes.
yeah, I've been working from home, so it's been great.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
but yeah, it's great. But it is hard to do both, but we make it work.
Right. Do you literally like post for artists or do you just give like content ideas?
Oh, I post for artists. I
Okay.
got a post up right before this chat.
Oh wow. That's awesome because
Yeah, yeah,
it's so overwhelming. I mean, for someone like me, it's I'm working on it like 24/7.
yeah.
I go to bed at night, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. And then I'm like on my phone, I'm like trying to think of ideas of things to do for like TikTok or Instagram. It just doesn't stop. So,
TikTok, especially for me, with artists I work for, is it's so incredibly hard to do for someone else. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can
right.
send them ideas, I can, you know, but like it's so hard to do for someone else, and it's something that that takes up most of my time is editing other people's TikTok
Oh
videos.
man. Oh my God. I can't
But
imagine that because yeah, even for my own, I like it's so hard to just do one of them and edit it and make sure you do it the right way. It's just yeah, it's completely overwhelming. But you're
and
killing
so
it. You're doing a great job.
so
Seriously.
much of it too is just watching TikToks takes forever.
Right.
And
Yep.
it's like an easy thing to spiral into because I can watch TikToks all day, but like trying to find the right ones for different clients is like, and then instructing them how to do that.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I feel like nowadays, you know, obviously you can't just like be an artist. You have to do like the marketing and you have to promote yourself. And it's like almost with TikTok, it feels like you have to kind of have like some acting skills because
Yeah.
for me it's really hard. Like I'll like record myself and I'll look so sad. And I'm like, man, like I have to go back and like try to smile because this just like doesn't look good. So yeah, it's like definitely a skill I'm like trying to work on.
I saw one of yours that was like, I wish I could just like make music and not post TikToks. I was like, "Ah, I wish I
I
knew how
mean,
to
yeah,
post TikToks either." Like I was like, I don't find any, like I like doing it, but then I'm like, ugh, like I'll go through my day, I'm like, oh God, I've got to go record some stupid TikToks. It's like the last thing I want to do today.
right. Yep.
But you know, you need to stay relevant, you know, you got to keep up. So it's like, ugh, it's
Yeah,
exhausting.
it's tough. Like I never thought when I first started, I never thought I would have to be making like videos of myself promoting myself. That
Yeah.
was like the last thing I ever wanted to do, but
Yeah.
here we are. So, but it is a great tool, and I'm sure you've probably seen with your clients, like it can help artists
Yeah.
grow, which
Yeah.
is
For sure.
like amazing because, um, like for me, it's like it's been a struggle, and on there, I'm actually finding like a little bit of a community of people who
Yeah.
actually want to discover new music because I don't know where else to find that, honestly, at this point.
No, for real. It's
Um,
the only social media app that has like organic reach. You know what I mean? It's the only
right.
one. I mean, Reels is doing a little doing okay. We had a real blow up like crazy. So I don't know if
Really?
it's good or bad.
Okay.
I had
Um,
one TikTok that, you know, went crazy and I had all of these people that were so mad at me because I called 5 Seconds of Summer a boy band. And
I think I
everyone,
saw that.
oh my God. And I was
You
like,
know what? But listen, like that's good because you want engagement. I mean, even if it's negative,
I know, I
whatever.
know,
They're
I know.
engaging with you. They're upping
Yeah,
your
I think I
engagement.
saw you
Like,
tweet something about that too, about how like, you know, people who are like trolling your account are like upping your engagement. I was like, I know that's right,
it's
but
true.
It sucks.
It does
I'm
suck. It
sensitive.
totally destroys me when it happens, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I'm like, you know what? You just helped me. You
Yeah.
weren't
Yeah.
even trying to, but you did.
I
And
had one guy go and comment on like all of my videos, like mean things. And I like commented back, I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. I love my fans.
oh my God. I mean, for me, I'm the opposite. I like in my life, silence is like the best answer
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
because I'm like, I'm not even gonna acknowledge your toxicity. I don't want it. I don't need it. But like, yeah. So I just like, I don't know. For me, it's like I just love to leave those comments there and just not even engage with them and just let
Yeah.
them look stupid because I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I'm not like trying to like fight with people on there. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about quarantine
Oh, yes.
and if it's affected your business at all, or you know, how it's affected you personally, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
of course. I mean, it was really hard. Um, I took Corona very seriously, which a lot of people I know did not. And I feel like it was really hard for the people who did take it very seriously because it's so isolating. And I mean, it was so hard for me to do my regular job. And on top of that, I was a server on the weekends at this restaurant. And that honestly was like a good amount of um, my money, you know? And that place obviously closed and then it closed permanently.
Oh
And so
God.
I had like about 4 months, I'd say, where I was really in a tight space financially. And yeah, that sucked. And so I took on a lot of
Yeah.
extra freelance stuff. But like now I like think about it, I'm like, oh my God, like, ugh, it was horrible. I was crying every day.
Oh
And
no. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
and keeping the new nine going during all of that was just it was really hard because it was hard for me to get the motivation to do anything, and I don't have the best mental health. I have been diagnosed as bipolar, so it's not great. But I handle it pretty well. I'm pretty good.
Okay. Well,
Like,
that's good.
yeah, and my therapist always said, the most important thing during Corona is going to be maintaining a regular schedule. And so I tried to do that to the best of my ability. But yeah, it was really hard. And especially like I'm a very extroverted person too. And so not seeing any of my friends or anything, or it was just like very, very isolating for me. And yeah, working was really hard. And I think a lot of people didn't give employees that kind of flexibility of like, oh my gosh, sometimes waking up in the morning is going to be like such a chore, and gosh,
Yeah.
I'm
I
feeling
mean,
better now. I'm all
good. I'm glad to hear
vaccinated.
that.
I get to see
Nice.
my friends. So yeah, it's been a lot better, but it's like weird looking back on it. It was like a whole year of me just like, I've got to get out of my apartment.
It's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard. Were you in LA when it was going down?
Yeah, I've been
Okay.
in LA the whole time.
Okay.
So it's
Um,
been, yeah, and it got really tough in LA too. Like it was a lot, but man,
yeah,
it's nice like looking back on it and being like, that was a really tough year. And like,
definitely.
you know, hand and now it feels good to be like, I never got Corona. I made it through the year. I learned a lot about my very toxic traits with myself.
I think, yeah, I think a lot of people did because, you know,
Yeah.
you're alone, you're stuck with yourself. It's not an
Hmm.
easy place to be in.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
it also takes a lot of strength to get through it. So
Yeah.
you got to remember that too.
Yeah. And what I'm trying to deal with now is um, I was being overproductive almost. Like I filled all of my time with extra work because I needed to and because I didn't have any social activities. And
Right.
so now I'm at that point where I'm like, I feel really guilty about doing anything for myself now. I like feel like really guilty not working. You know what I mean? And so I was on the phone with my dad yesterday because I had a really bad week, and he said, please take this weekend to rest and relax. And I was like, it's so hard for me, but I'm doing okay with it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's also like another skill is like learning how to rest. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard, especially in our industries, like where you have to just keep up and keep up and keep up. Like it doesn't stop. So
Yeah.
yeah, it is. I don't know. I think, you could do it. You're strong. You got this. Like you just got to take a few days, regroup. Like,
Yeah. I heard someone say that taking like time off to relax is being productive. You know what I mean? Like because it's going to help you later.
right, exactly. You got to like recharge. It's an important thing to do. So,
Yeah. I
but
even made myself like a list of like things to do that weren't working.
okay, that's good though. Sometimes you need to remind yourself because it's so easy to forget. You get lost and caught up in work. So, yeah, that's good. I'm sorry that you're on the show today. I mean,
No, I like, but talking to people, it's so helpful to me. Like every
okay.
time, like I had a lot of people on TikTok even like being like, hey, can we do like a Zoom chat? I want to like know more people in the industry. Like I just graduated college, I don't know what to do. I was like, yeah, of course. Like, because like talking to people is like, gives me so much life, And especially when I was isolated for a year, I was like, I will talk to anyone. I'll talk to anyone for like hours if you want. Yeah. So it's helpful to me,
Okay. Good. So sticking to a routine helped you, you're
Yeah,
saying.
very much.
Was there anything else that helped?
Sticking to a routine, I really got really into cooking this year.
Nice.
I'm like so weird. I find cleaning is one of my biggest stress relief things, and cooking, finding new things to cook because obviously like I'm not going out. I'm, trying to budget. And so I'd be like, if I'm going to like cook myself a meal, I'm going to be like, I want this to be like restaurant quality.
Definitely.
And I've still been doing it. And it's also a time for me to not be working, and I have like a nice hour to myself. I set up my laptop, I watch Vanderpump Rules, and I
Nice.
cook myself a really elaborate dinner for no reason. Like,
what are you cooking?
This week I made my own naan bread with like a chickpea tikka masala, and then it's been elaborate, like
impressive,
and like I think I spent like $50 on groceries this week, so it's like
it's pretty good.
And I've been making the most elaborate salads for my lunches.
Really?
Yeah, because I'd be like, okay, I can either order sweet greens or I can make sweet greens.
Right. Yep.
And so that's like been really, it's really helpful to me. And it's healthy. You got to take care of yourself. Taking care of your body's taking care of your brain. Yep. And so, and I've been doing, it's part of the routine now. And that's when I get to shut off a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about music again.
Yes.
Because I'm wondering if you have like a favorite artist of all time.
Of all time?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. It's such a mix, and I go back and forth. I worship Jack White. I worship him.
Okay.
He's one of the main reasons I ever got into music was I used to just watch his interviews all the time. And he's got, if I ever felt really bad, he has this one interview with Conan, and it always inspires me because he would just talk about how much he works all the time. And I know I'm not supposed to be working all the time, but like he's like, if you're just working so hard at something for so long, something good has to come from it. I'm like, that's so fair though. Like I feel like people, they don't understand how much work goes into things. And I always love that, but I also love like Alison Mosshart is like,
oh yeah,
the love of my life. I met her, not met her, but like she was doing a book signing during all this. It was like at some weird car show, and it was like the first time I left my apartment. I was like, I've got to go get this book signed by Alison Mosshart.
Yeah.
And I just worship her because like I feel like when I was in high school, when I started getting into music that wasn't like what my parents played, you know?
Yep.
And I loved the Kills so much. And she always just seemed like the coolest person in any room. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Gosh. And I saw her at Coachella one time, and it was this pool party, and there's all these girls there, like in bikinis and everything. And Alison Mosshart is wearing a leather jacket, leather pants, and just like chain smoking.
Nice.
And I was like, God, she looks cool.
Did you get to talk to her at all?
I mean, very briefly. I've talked to Alison Mosshart very briefly a lot of times.
Okay.
But it's like the only time I've ever been like really starstruck. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's so specifically a me starstruck kind of thing because I don't know what to say to her. I'm just like, I love you. Like, yeah, her and Jack White really just shaped my high school years and well into college. But
Nice.
like, I feel like, yeah, those would be in the top. I love St. Vincent so much.
Oh my God, yes.
I saw her in like 2012 at like performing at a record store in Dallas, and I was just like in awe of her. And I've continued to be in awe of her whole career. So she's definitely up there.
Yeah. Yeah, for me too, actually. And I do love Alison Mosshart as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What about for you though? I know.
For me, the ultimate is like Fiona Apple,
Oh yes.
Liz Phair,
Liz Phair. Mm-hmm.
Alanis. Those are like
Greats.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can see that.
I also, like, when I was growing up, I used to go to Costco every week. I just remembered this the other day, and I would just like buy whatever female artist had a CD out.
Oh.
So that's how I discovered. I also like really love Vanessa Carlton, so that's how I discovered her. It's like I just bought her CD. I didn't know her music. Like Christina Aguilera, Celine Dion is like one of my ultimate favorites too.
Celine Dion deserves the world. Sometimes
Yes.
I'll like be like, I've been going on these like weird long walks, and I'll just be like listening to Celine Dion and being like, how incredibly iconic are these songs?
Like every song is so good. It's crazy.
I feel like she gets a bad rep for being like cheesy or something. Where I'm like, you just can't. They're good.
I know. Yeah. So I guess those are like some of my top people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we got a question in the question box that I wanted to ask you. I'm putting it up here. It's from Elliot Jacobson.
Oh, Elliot, the best.
What's your proudest moment so far with the new 9?
Probably we did a South by Southwest showcase, and that's something that I never thought I could do in the first place. And it was extremely, extremely hard. And we were like the only showcase with like all female acts. Do you know what I mean? Like not everyone in the band was all female, but like we did pretty good. And it was we threw it together in like under a month. And I was awake already prepping for South by Southwest to do press, which is already very, very difficult and life draining. But doing the showcase also was like, oh my gosh, so much that I didn't know went into that. All the getting the instruments ready, doing the promotions, booking the acts, event insurance.
Oh wow.
Finding a venue. Oh my gosh. And the week of South by, I woke up one morning and I had such a high fever and I had strep throat.
Oh my God. No.
And I went to the doctor, got antibiotics, and had to drive halfway to Dallas to pick up this guitar amp from some friend of a friend because I needed one more. And it was just like watching it all come together. It was like the most difficult thing. I felt so tired the day of it, but I was so extremely proud because I never thought I could do it.
Yeah, that's a very amazing thing. Seriously, like pretty incredible.
Yeah, and we booked some acts that I would say are still some of my favorite artists now. So it
Who
was.
did you book?
We had Pearl Charles, who I love, Pronoun, Kitten,
Nice.
who I've had a long career with, supporting them, Alice Phoebe Lou. I feel like I'm forgetting someone, but I don't think I am.
That's an awesome lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I would go to this show. Oh, and we had free drinks, and then I ended up getting a ton of sparkling water for later for myself. So,
Nice.
yeah, like we
It was
had all
worth
these
it.
sponsors and everything. It was a great show, even though I was exhausted during it.
Nice. Well, you know, it is what it is. I'm glad you did it. It's pretty awesome. Do you
Yeah.
think you would ever do it again?
I hope to do it again, definitely,
Cool.
because it was just so much fun. It was a good thing to do. I want to have more of a presence at South by, and it's just hard to do now that I live in LA. But I was supposed to have a showcase before Corona. I was working on one, and so it is what it is. But hopefully I can do another one. I'd like to do it yearly. I'm hoping to, after things get a little bit more normal, to do showcases in LA for cool women in music. I'm hoping.
Nice. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
There's so many good venues out there.
I know. It's so great. I feel like there's a lot of those kind of showcases, just none of them are specifically female focused, which of course.
Right. Yeah, it's actually pretty rare in New York as well.
Yeah,
So.
see, there's a market here.
And I'm in Nashville right now, and I've never heard of any. Nope.
Yeah, it'd be good to do.
Definitely. At the end of every show, I like to ask each person 3 questions.
Okay.
So, first question is, what is your anti-anxiety theme song? This could be like a song that keeps you uplifted or happy.
Oh, a song that keeps me happy. Cut to the Feeling, Carly Rae Jepsen.
Oh, nice.
Does the trick every time. Every time. If I am sad, I'm like, okay, Carly Rae, let's do it. Like,
Nice.
let's try to shift these emotions.
I loved that album.
So good. She deserves the whole world. I'm obsessed with Carly Rae Jepsen. And her music brings me so much joy.
Yeah, same for me. Whenever I'm feeling down, put on that album, and it's like, fixes me right up. Anyway, second question is, what are you most grateful for right now?
Grateful for right now. I mean, I hate to sound like a cliche, but I'm really grateful for the vaccine.
Yeah, absolutely.
The vaccine and my wonderful cat son, Mooshka, who brightens my day every day.
Aww.
You gotta make an appearance, Moosh.
Yes, please.
He's always right here.
Oh
hanging
my
out
God.
with me.
So cute. Aww.
Yeah, Moosh does a lot of work with my emotions.
Okay. Aw, that's nice. Third question. What is something that brings you peace other than music?
That brings me peace?
Yep.
Ooh, that's hard. I mean, I really like running and walking to kind of, if I'm like really drained, I know it sounds so basic, but I really love going on a nice long walk to just clear things out. It always kind of gives me a little boost of energy to, get moving a little bit and zone out and, walking their dogs.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. That's actually what I do too. I love walking. I think it's so underrated because it's like, it's also so meditative. Like, I've been getting more into learning about meditation. Like, there are things you can do. I don't know if you know this, but like, you can like kind of align your breath with your walking strides.
Oh, weird.
Like, it'd be like you breathe in for 4 strides, you breathe out for 6. And that really helps me to like calm down.
Ooh,
like, there's a book on it.
doing that.
I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Everyone keeps telling me I need to get into meditation, but it is so, so hard for me and I know that's why I need to get into meditation, it's so hard for me to calm my brain down. And meditation seems like work to me.
It's a lot of
but
work.
I know I need to do it. Send me the book because I know I need to get into it.
It's actually a good starting point if you're looking to get into it because it's like an active meditation kind of thing. Good. But yeah, meditation is very difficult, but it's something that's helped me a lot. I had problems in the beginning as well. But you just it's basically just about allowing yourself to just feel how you're feeling and being okay with that. It's, but it takes work.
Yeah, so, for sure. It does.
But yeah, I'll send you the book. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on the show and for sharing with us.
This was so much fun.
Yeah, this was awesome. I really appreciate you being like so open and honest with us. So yeah, I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, you too. And, I know. Get some shows going again.
Yeah, I will. All right. Well, take care.
All right.
And all right. Bye.